It's here, SpaceX's new plan to catch the Super Heavy. Welcome back to TechSphere, guys. Today, we are going to talk about SpaceX's new plan to catch the Super Heavy. Stay with us till the end of the video to find out amazing new features which make Super Heavy the best innovation. Is it possible to catch the Super Heavy? What exactly is Super Heavy, and why is the company spending millions trying to make the perfect catching system for it? SpaceX is continuously bringing innovation in space traveling, and now it is planned to do something impossible, and which has never been experienced before. But with Elon Musk as CEO, everything seems to be possible. The company is now finding new ways to reuse its rockets, and it plans to use its new Boca Chica Launch site for testing this revolutionizing strategy. So how does the company plan to catch the Super Heavy? Let's find out. SpaceX is one of the world's leading companies with outstanding performance. And it is also known to be a game changer because it aims to reduce space transportation costs and enable the colonization of Mars. SpaceX currently manufactures rocket engines, Dragon cargo, some Starlink communication satellites, and its famous Falcon rocket launch engines. The new SpaceX base, which will be used for this project, is located in Boca Chica, Texas. The launch site was originally intended to support launches of Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy launch vehicles, but a change of plans occurred back in 2018 when SpaceX announced that the launch site will also be used for manufacturing SpaceX's next-generation launch vehicles, also referred to as Starships. The company built the launch site and factory so close in order to avoid the shipping issue, as the Starship is gigantic and hard to move to different places. Additionally, Boca Chica, Texas was chosen for the Starship base because it was near the shoreline, making it safer to launch rockets, and it is near the equator, which gives the rockets a boost while launching. Boca Chica, Texas is also providing employment opportunities for the locals and skill-based workers, as it is currently offering 10,000 jobs, and they need workers fast, as Elon Musk tweeted, "Please consider moving to Starbase or the greater Brownsville-South Padre area in Texas, and encourage your friends to do so." SpaceX's hiring needs for engineers, technicians, builders, and essential support personnel of all kinds are growing rapidly. On one of many occasions, Elon Musk gave a solid reason for building Boca Chica, Texas, which was to build a massive fleet to make Mars habitable, make life multiplanetary. But accomplishing to build such a historic fleet would require a great leap forward in spacecraft development, and colonizing Mars with only one Starship wouldn't be enough, as Elon Musk says that they would initially require an order of 1,000 reusable Starships to do so. Now, let's first talk about the anatomy of these Starships. A Starship consists of two main segments: the upper stage, which is the Starship itself, and the lower stage, which is the booster or the Super Heavy. It is approximately 230 feet tall. As for the landing part, the SpaceX engineers have planned to land the booster like Falcon 9 rockets. A Starship is said to be the largest spacecraft ever built in the future, and to make that possible, there are manufacturing lines that are designed to build 2 Starships per week, and each Starship would cost up to $5 million. Elon Musk went through many complications during the initial years of the company, as many attempts at launching and testing rockets went into flames and fiery explosions. So after many failed attempts, the company's first successful landing occurred in the year 2016 on a drone ship in the middle of the ocean. This also was not an easy task, as they failed many times before the successful sea landing. Talking about Elon Musk, one of the world's best CEOs, he has achieved what was thought to be impossible, as he is an innovative and daring person with big dreams. As we know, building rockets is not an easy job because it takes a lot of money and engineering to give life to a single rocket, and it also comes with many risks of failures and explosions. To deal with these issues, reusing the rocket has become a new mission for Elon Musk, and the company has achieved a lot of success perfecting in this particular field of engineering, and saving a lot of money. The new ideas of making space flights better and cheaper are increasing. To understand the new landing concept used in Super Heavy by SpaceX, we first need to understand the Starship and its booster. SpaceX has developed a gigantic rocket booster which will be attached to the Starship spacecraft in order to propel it to space. The Starship spacecraft and the Super Heavy booster are collectively known as Starship, which is a fully reusable transportation system. It can carry both the crew and cargo to Earth's orbit, Mars, and beyond that. With the ability to carry more than 100 metric tons, it will be one of the most amazing space vehicles ever created. Now, what is Elon Musk planning to do with this super rocket? Well, the CEO has planned to catch the stainless steel booster safely back to the Earth with its fully reusable launch system, which will then be reused again to launch more Starship spacecrafts into space. The Super Heavy booster, after successfully moving the Starship through the thickest layers of the atmosphere, will detach from it and come back to the Earth to be reused for another mission. Another most interesting thing about the Starship is that it will have the ability to be refueled in space, which is a crucial step for SpaceX, but it will make it possible to make journeys to more places like Mars and the Moon after the completion of the first task. Although bringing back boosters for soft vertical landings near launch pads or drone ships in the middle of the ocean has proven to be impressively successful, catching the Super Heavy after each flight will be even more impressive. To understand the concept of landing, let's see what happens after each successful landing and how long does it take for the rocket to become fully functional again. When a rocket comes back to the Earth after landing, it cannot be reused immediately, and it is transported back to the base for maintenance and refurbishments of the internal components. One of the most important components of the rockets considered here are the landing legs, which are immediately maintained and replaced if needed after each landing, and it costs around $10 million. So, is it true that Super Heavy will not have any landing legs? And how is it going to land without legs? Apart from the huge cost of replacing and maintaining the legs, it also takes a lot of time. To deal with it, the new Super Heavy will not have landing legs. To make their vision of multiple flights per day to space, they need to reuse their ships to decrease building costs. Not adding landing legs to Super Heavy saves a lot of resources, and Musk shared his point of view saying that the landing legs add more mass and cost to the Starship. That is why he considered removing them, and without landing legs, a rocket is ready to fly in under an hour. When Musk was asked if the decision to eliminate the legs was due to high stress the vehicle would experience upon landing, he replied, "Legs would certainly work, but best part is no part. Best step is no step." Now coming to the part where we finally catch Super Heavy. We got some updates recently about the Super Heavy, and they are quite amazing. According to reports on the new working strategy used by the company is instead of using regular rocket landing methods, Super Heavy will be catched using launch tower arms. Super Heavy will also have grid fins like the Falcon 9 rockets. 4 grid fins will be on top to control the orientation of the vehicle while it is returning to the atmosphere of Earth from space, and it will use its Raptor engines to perform a propulsive descent. As we mentioned before, the boosters have no landing legs, so the booster will utilize its integrated grid fins to be caught by the landing tower. Elon Musk mentioned this plan in one of his tweets, which says, "We are going to try to catch the Super Heavy booster with the launch tower arm, using the grid fins to take the load." This is truly an incredible step toward Elon Musk's plan of making life multiplanetary. The plan for catching and reusing the Super Heavy will not only help in cost reduction, but the company will be able to conduct many flights per day, as it is assumed that Super Heavy will only take 1 hour to leave a Starship and then come back to Earth to be reused. Elon Musk is truly a mastermind, and after the Super Heavy is successful, nothing will stop him from colonizing Mars and more. What are your thoughts on the new landing concept? Will it be as successful as the CEO states? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. So that's all for today's video. If you liked it, then subscribe to our channel and share your views with us in the comments section. Thanks for watching.